In today's video, we are going to discuss about the most tourist visited place here, that's Interlaken, Lauterbrunnen and Grindelwald. So if you're new to this channel, welcome. In this channel, you will watch more videos on Switzerland, the things you can do here, the places you can visit and the countries you can visit. Can you make it budget friendly and convenient and easy? So yeah, if you want to watch some of those content, you can subscribe to this channel. And if you did, thank you for doing that. So since morning it is sunny and fully motivated to create this video, let's do it. The climate has been crazy, but it's very expensive in Switzerland.
Hit that bass line nice and slow. Ooh, yeah. Talk box singing, let the rhythm flow. Palm trees swaying, do you feel that breeze? Rolling down the boulevard, feeling at ease. Cruising, grooving on that West Coast ride. Say barbecue flames and the ocean tide. Catch the vibe, keep it alive. So real, so true. This laid back life's just what we do. Chilling at the cookout, grab a plate.
So planning Switzerland can get confusing really fast. So if you want to travel Interlaken, Grindelwald and Lauterbrunnen in 3 days, this is the best itinerary that you can follow. In this video, I'll show you how you can travel between these places easily using train, trams and even boats. What you can or should prioritize and what you can skip if you don't have much time. So you can actually start your trip from Zurich, Geneva or from Lucerne. We did it from Lucerne. We spent it around 24 hours in Lucerne, and if you have not watched that video, you can do that as well. I will link it here. And from Lucerne, we took the Lucerne Interlaken Express to reach Interlaken, and that is the best decision, guys. I'll tell you why. So when you take the Lucerne Interlaken Express, it goes through one of the most famous routes throughout the trip, and you will pass through the 5 stunning lakes of Switzerland. That's Lucerne, Brienz or like Alpnach, and they are just surreal. So there's this tip that whenever you go on Lucerne Interlaken Express, sit on the right side. The view, guys, it's worth it. Then the another route that you can take is from Zurich to Interlaken. There is direct trains from HB, which again takes less time, but the view, you won't get that view, guys. So for the view, you should take Lucerne Interlaken Express. I think from Zurich to Interlaken, it takes the route of Bern. So only Lake Thun is what it is. It is covered in that route, but again, the vote is always for Lucerne Interlaken Express. You cannot miss that view, yeah. And now if you're coming from Geneva, you can take the Golden Pass route from Montreux, which is also very scenic. Another thing is you make sure you make the reservations of these trains while you take it, because checking do happen here very strictly. The fine is crazy. So we were using the Swiss Travel Pass so most of our train, trams and even the boat rides were covered, so which made our travel really smooth. So once you reach Interlaken, you will notice there are 2 main stations. One is Interlaken Ost, which is east, and Interlaken West. Interlaken Ost is closer to Lake Brienz. That's where most of the mountain trains like Jungfrau, Lauterbrunnen and Grindelwald and excursions like Haderklum starts. And Interlaken West is very closer to the Lake Thun. And it is very lively. You have a lot of restaurants, a lot of bars over there, so you can chill and enjoy there. Thing is, guys, Interlaken West and Ost is not so far. It's just 20 minutes walk, so you're not missing out on anything. But I also feel if you're just traveling for 3 days, your stay at Interlaken Ost would be better, because it's at the center, and which makes your access towards bus and trains easily. So that would be a great option. But if you are here for more than 3 days, like 4 to 5 days, and you want to have great view, please do consider staying at Lauterbrunnen or Grindelwald or Wengen or Gimmelwald or even Muren, because the views from there is amazing. It's all the village vibe you get there, and the whole experience is gonna be very different. Now, because on this video we are discussing on the 3 days itinerary for Interlaken, Lauterbrunnen and Grindelwald, I think it's best to stay at Interlaken because it's in the center. And if you're planning to book in Interlaken, I think you should consider places like Unterseen, because when we went there we had booked our chalet in Unterseen. I will show you that chalet is beautiful. Or you can consider at Matten, Wilderswil, Ringenburg for cheaper and beautiful stays. I just thought to just share a personal experience. When we reached Interlaken, we just happened to check what is the weather in Lauterbrunnen. Our plan was to explore Interlaken on the present day and tomorrow go to Lauterbrunnen, but tomorrow it was gonna rain at Lauterbrunnen, so we just thought we will keep Interlaken for the last day, and we went to Lauterbrunnen at that evening itself, because so that we cover Lauterbrunnen properly and then maybe Interlaken, because Interlaken it was not raining. So make sure you check the weather, because there the weather can change very fast. It won't snow mostly there, because Muren and all those areas is where snow normally happens, but not on these places. But always recommend to check the weather. We are right now here. We are going to Lauterbrunnen. So because we have just covered half a day with reaching Interlaken, we just have half more day, and Lauterbrunnen is not so big. It's a short area. It's known for its 72 major big waterfalls. So if we won't have so much time, of course, not even to complete 5 waterfalls, but one you can do which is very much near to the station. So once you reach Lauterbrunnen, you can have a quick stroll to the Staupark Falls. You can have bus also, but I think the walk would be great, because it just take 10 minutes maximum to reach the Staupark Falls. These are the streets of Lauterbrunnen, and here is the waterfall. Woohoo! This is a huge waterfall, and it is amazing. The best part is it is a little adventurous as well. You can walk behind the waterfall, and the view from there is also beautiful. I mean, that was a very unique experience that I had. This was the first time I'm going behind a waterfall, and of course when you reach there, the whole you see is the water dripping and the amazing view of Lauterbrunnen. The view is worth it, so I don't want you to miss that. So if you have more time, you can also visit Trampelberg Falls, which are inside the mountain, or you can just go up till Muren for stunning views. And then while coming back, we just happen to have some donuts, have some coffee, food there. There are a lot of cafes there, so So now it's day 2, guys. So day 2 is for Grindelwald, and you cannot miss Grindelwald because it has the best mountain scenic views. So this train, here we have Grindelwald, until there it's Lauterbrunnen. So it breaks in the middle and then it part ways. So we are taking Grindelwald, in Grindelwald it's famous for a lot of activities there. So if you're traveling on a budget, one of the activity that you must do is, or if you want to do or you must do, is the first cliff walk. It is surreal. It might feel a little scary from the images or the videos that you see, but it is not. It's very thrilling and it's amazing. The experience is crazy. So that's one thing that you can do. And second is, maybe you can try the first flyer or maybe the mountain cars. So it depends. If you want to spend, you can definitely go for that. But saying first flyer or the first flieger, it is a nice event or nice activity that you can try. It's a little different, but it's great. But if just one activity that you want to do, I think I would recommend doing the first cliff walk, because that's again famous and it's worth it. So yeah. And second would be the first flieger, and the third would be the mountain cart. So these are very thrilling and exciting ones. So again, I think with one activity that you do, the first cliff walk itself, you kind of pay for the gondola to reach up, and then you spend around like half an hour or one, or maybe it goes up till 2, because you click pictures and the view is amazing. The view of the whole Swiss Alps from the cliff walk is great. So I think you're gonna spend half day there, and while you come back, I don't know, if you have time, please go for other activities as well. And if you're on budget, definitely yes. And if not, just come back to the village, explore the streets. Of course, it's different, and enjoy the food there. Hey, wow. Hey, so it was fun coming to Grindelwald. It's so calming. The views from here is crazy. And what do I even say? Just now having hot chocolate, having rosti, because rosti is something like a famous dish. It's a Swiss dish. It's made of potatoes. So now we are gonna try that. See, again, there are a lot of movies that were shot there in Interlaken, Grindelwald and Lauterbrunnen. So maybe you can check those movie locations if you want to. A lot of Hindi Bollywood movies, and also the Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. It was again shooted there. So if you like all that, maybe you can explore the locations. Even in Lucerne, there was a lot of Bollywood movies location that we saw. I made a YouTube short on that. If you want to check out, the link is here somewhere. So yeah. So next time we go to Interlaken, definitely I feel like we are gonna book our stay in Lauterbrunnen, because the view of Lauterbrunnen is something else. Like, I just loved Lauterbrunnen. So whole greenery, the cow, the Swiss vibe you get there in Lauterbrunnen. So yes, subscribe if you want to watch that video. It would mean a lot to me. And now it's day 3 where we are going to explore the Interlaken. Hey guys, good morning. So today we are at Interlaken. We are depositing our luggage here. This is a coin system, so we didn't have coins, so Kiran has gone to get it, and then we'll be moving out from here. And today we have plans to go to DDLJ spot, Yash Chopra statue, Haderklum, and all of it. I don't know, the weather is crazy today. We just took coffee from Pop. So guys, day 3, we are going to explore Interlaken. So in Interlaken, the first thing that you do once you wake up is check the weather. So if there is sunset and it's not cloudy, make sure you keep the Haderklum for the evening, and then explore Interlaken and Spies in the morning, and then go to Haderklum for a best sunset, because it's very beautiful to have the sunset view. It's kind of a panoramic view of the whole Interlaken from the Haderklum, so don't miss that. But if it's cloudy and it's showing it's gonna rain or something like that, go in the morning, complete Haderklum in the morning, and then you go for Interlaken and Spies. I think you should not miss Haderklum. It's a again a great activity that you can do there. So accordingly, you plan your Interlaken trip, then go for Yash Chopra statue, because a lot of Bollywood movies were shot here. There is a Yash Chopra statue that's made there. It is said that it is to honor the legendary Bollywood director for his immense contribution to Swiss tourism. So you can watch that first. But guys, a lot of iconic movies like Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge, Chandni, all of those were again shot there in Interlaken. Now, in front of Yash Chopra statue, you can see the Kursal Casino. So if you want to play and if you want to enjoy the casino, you can do that. The entry fees is 5 CHF. And then explore the streets of Interlaken. Don't miss that, because that's like the collection of watches. The collection of watches has been amazing there. You can check those out. And then you can buy chocolates, you can explore cafes, restaurants, because that's there a lot in the center. And then you move out to Spiez. So in Spiez we went to Schloss Spiez. Schloss means a castle, so it's a very huge castle. There's a lot of huge garden, museum, so a lot of things that you can do in the Schloss, and it's very much near to the lake. So once you complete the Schloss, you won't have so much time. You can go take a boat ride, and then from Spiez you can come to Interlaken back by boat. So you cover the Lake Thun. The thing is a view and the experience, guys. So the boat ride, guys, it was very much worth it, very much calming. After all the hustle bustle that you were doing the whole day, when you come back and sit in the boat, it was so much nice. If you want, you can order some food, but it is super expensive, but you can enjoy the views. The view is unreal. I mean, the boat ride itself was superb. We really enjoyed that boat ride, and that's how from Spiez to Interlaken we came by the boat, and it was a great experience. During the off seasons, typically like October and November, most of the places are closed. Like Haderklum closes in the winter as well. Tummelbach shuts down in winter. So it shouldn't be like you climb up till there and then you know that it's closed for maintenance. So it's better that you check prior in advance before visiting those places, and then plan your itinerary. Even the boat tour in Brian's during winter months will be on break or have some less scheduled rides. And I have mentioned a few that I know in the description box below. Maybe that can help you in any way. And also, if you're coming to Switzerland in spring, what are the things that you need to keep in mind? That's another video that I uploaded. Maybe you can check it out. I will link it somewhere here. But the good news is Jungfrau. Jungfrau is open all year. So if you want, or if you have one more day to spare, like the 4th day, you should definitely go to Jungfrau region, because it's not like a half day trip. It's like a whole day journey you're gonna have at the Jungfrau region. But I think that's definitely a place that you should visit. So if you don't want to go to Lauterbrunnen and Grindelwald, maybe you can just swap it. But again, I definitely don't think you should miss that as well. But again, it's your travel choice, guys. You definitely should think what you will enjoy and definitely plan accordingly. Okay. So that's it, guys. I think I have covered like how you can explore Interlaken, Lauterbrunnen and Grindelwald in 3 days. This is the practical and the efficient way that you can travel or you can cover these places. If you like what you're watching, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. So in the coming days I'll be sharing more of Switzerland travel tips and itineraries and the neighboring countries that you can visit while your trip to Switzerland in a budget friendly and efficient way, because we don't overspend. So I think that shall help us. So yes guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Until then,